an approach to fight crime.
How else can we still function and perform this level of service that the public wants and expects from us?
At the Rock Island Police Department,
This is something that it's kind of at a necessity.
the team of officers
It's that entry position.
is expanding.
Primarily, the community service officers handled our abandoned vehicle procedures. They would go through and tag cars or animal control.
By revamping the rank called Community Service Officers.
Non-emergency report style calls that are what we call minus solvability. They'll be able to take those.
Giving the ones you normally see out on the streets
City ordinance violations, things like that, they would be handling.
time to put more focus on the streets.
We're trying to take a fresh look at it while still dealing with some of the staffing shortages we're facing.
And the chief says you're not going to find these would-be citizen cops behind the wheel or issued a gun, but they will be enforcing the law.
One of the things we're taking on in 2023 is parking enforcement. That was once something we contracted out. We're bringing that back into the police department.
Using resources
What it may hopefully be is something where especially a younger person gets started as a CSO and they said, you know what, this is a great stepping stone. Maybe I want to go ahead and become a police officer.
for the future of its city. In Rock Island, Devin Brooks, WQAD News 8.
And the department currently has 2 community service officers. 2 more are expected to be hired. And while the application window has closed, officials say it may open back up this summer.
It's time for The Score,
We handle our side of it. The scoreboard will take care of itself, all right?
the most in-depth coverage of high school basketball. The Score, sponsored by Carpetland USA, Menards, Burge Roofing, and Western Illinois University.
Welcome to The Score, of course, another big night of high school basketball and a huge showdown in the Western Big Six and the MAC. Plenty to get to on the hardwood, but we start with some history on the mats in Coralville.
Yeah, historic wrestling going on. Let's go up to Coralville in the Extreme Arena for the first ever sanctioned girls wrestling state tournament, wrapping up at the Extreme Arena. 2 local wrestlers going for state titles. First up at 120, Pleasant Valley's Abigail Meyer gets the reversal in the third period to win 2-0. A state champion in her freshman year. Next, local girl taking the championship, Matt Wilton's Hannah Rogers, trying to defend her title. A tough one for the junior. Her opponent, Mackenzie Childers, earns a pin in the second period. Rogers finishing her junior season with silver. Our own Camille Gear has much more from Coralville.
A special 2 days here at Extreme Arena. Sold out crowds for the first ever sanctioned girls wrestling state tournament. 2 local girls finishing in first and second place, all part of a historic week for girls in Iowa.
It's awesome being able to hear it and know that I am what I worked for, so it's just awesome. It's like awesome. It's like the girls in Iowa the past many years have worked and we made it happen.
How can you not be proud of that? Having one of the first state champs for the IHGSAU, and it's fantastic. And to say that she came from our school, it's great for us, great for her. She earned all of that all herself.
I think it's awesome that all these girls fought their butts off to be here tonight. If you're wrestling, and even if you're not, you're wrestling earlier today or throughout the tournament. And it felt really good. Obviously didn't get that second title, but Hungry Wolves won the fastest, so.
Abigail Meyer ends her season a perfect 47-0. And as for Hannah Rogers, she says she's coming into the offseason hungrier than ever. Reporting in Coralville, Camille Gear, WQAD News 8 Sports.
Thanks, Camille. Of course, wrestling's not done for the weekend. Yeah. We have boys state duels tomorrow up in the same arena. We'll have that covered for you. Wilton and Bettendorf both will be wrestling.
Busy time in wrestling, but let's get to that basketball action. We start in the Western Big Six state ranks. Teams colliding, Quincy and Moline. Brock Harding bringing Moline down to town and looking good early on here. They get inside to Trey Taylor. He was really good, especially in the first half. Moline got an early lead. Then it's Moline with the great look inside. It's Harding to Taylor once again. Moline would build a lead in this one. Quincy would come back. The bucket right here kept them hanging around, but Moline too much on the transition. Check out the dunk from Owen Freeman. He had a good evening as well. More from the supporting cast. Brock Harding can't quite get it, but there's Owen Freeman's little brother, Braden Freeman, to help him out. He got that bucket as well. And then it's Welch again. This time he wouldn't be denied with the corner three. Moline continues to build that lead in a hostile environment, but we can't say enough about Trey Taylor. Playing hard inside, getting the bucket and the bump. Moline would take a lead. They build it to double figures, and while Quincy continued to try to get back in it, the Moline defense just too much. Owen Freeman with that block, and we'll show you a final score in this one as we get a few more buckets from you. Brock Harding didn't score a lot, only had 12, but that bucket right there, a big one in transition. Moline still working hard on the glass as it's Owen Freeman getting it over to a teammate for a bucket and a foul. Great environment in Quincy, better results for Moline as they go on and get a big victory. We'll hear from Moline coming up later in the show, but the Maroons now with a 2-game lead in the Western Big Six.
Geneseo still looking for their first of the year on the road at Galesburg. Gina Williams, actually it's United Township. It's Hall of Fame night. My sister-in-law is going to hate me for that first shot.
Yeah, you almost missed the shot.
UT up for JP Schilling with a three-pointer there, 10-9. Panthers answer with a three from Devontae Wright from the corner. It's 15-12. Second quarter, Sterling playing strong. Lucas Austin, he'll splash down the three with a hand right in his face. 25-22. Sterling in front, but the Golden Warriors can play on the inside. Andre Claver takes the contact plus the foul. 28-24. Sterling in transition. Nothing wrong about this shot. Devontae Wright connecting from deep. 32-31. United Township with a big home win, 74-63. They go to Moline on Tuesday for a big game at Wharton Fieldhouse.
I hear they don't like each other.
That's what I've heard.
We'll check that out on Tuesday. Hey, more from teams that really don't like each other. Rock Island and Alleman going head-to-head Battle of Rocktown. Early on in this one, in transition off the steal. Nice play, nice bucket from Quantarian Brooks. Rocktown with an early lead. More from the home team. KJ Lamont fakes, drives, goes baseline. Pretty reverse lay-in. It's a 7-0 start for the home team. Lamont sharing later as he finds Larry Oliver. He knocks down the three, lefty three from the corner. 14-2 early on. Alleman, though, looking to answer. DJ Baker goes in. Nice pump fake. Gets the tough off-balance jumper to fall. The sophomore having a good season. But this one, all Rocktown from start to finish. Lamont with 2 more. Rocky wins this one, 74-35, your final score.
Geneseo still looking for their first road win of the year down at Galesburg. Gina Williams will take this one down the court, passing to Carter Cleary. Wait for it. There it is. Nice pass. Nobody saw it coming. Cleary catches and scores. 12-3 Galesburg. Then it's Nolan Carl. Recovers. He will find Ian Dominic for a layup. 17-3 is the lead. Then it's Cruz Ludwig pushing his way through the guards, spinning and scoring. This one was all Galesburg. They double up on Geneseo, 66-33.
To the MAC we go. Bettendorf looking for their 7th straight victory. Tough place to play, though, going up to the pit. And it was Caden Wilkins. A nice start for Bettendorf, getting the off-balance jumper to fall for an early 2-point lead. North Scott firing right back. Tyler Watkins pulls up, sights, shoots, bullseye. That gave North Scott their first lead. And these two knuckleheads, Corey, tried to tell me to make them look good. Guys, it's a camera, not a magician's wand. I've been trying to make you guys look good for years. More good shooting, though. Kyler Girardi with the 3. We're tied at 8 early. Bettendorf can fire it as well. Tatum Arguello steps back and knocks down the first of back-to-back 3s. The lead grows to 6, but check out this play in transition. North Scott on the break. Bucket doesn't go, but out of nowhere, Brendan Reed comes flying in and tips it up and in.
Nice.
North Scott will show you a final. They pull away late. They end Bettendorf's win streak 54-44, your final score.
MAC leader Pleasant Valley running the court with Assumption. Second quarter, Spartans up 8, but Joey Funderburk from the wing for 3. They'll cut it to 5, 16-11. PV, nice little inbounds here to David Gorsline. His layup is good. We get 18-11. Knight still finding the range from deep. Keaton Tisson from the corner for 3, 22-14. And then Coy Kipper drives, kicks to Caden Rubel. He will knock down that 3 ball. 32-21 PV at the half. And the Spartans are your winners, 62-46.
Bragging rights on the line in Davenport, I should say, North and West going head-to-head. It's off an inbounds play. West looking good. Devontae Bradford, 3 ball, top of the key. He drills that. A 12-4 start for the home team. North edges right back. Elijah Hinton drives inside and gets it to Amari Wright, who goes in for the easy lay-in. That cuts down the lead, but West looking good off the inbounds. It's Elijah Reed-Scott, and then Idris Thomas for 2 more. 19-6 at that point. Then it's Landon Winston getting to the free throw line and getting this one to go as well. A bucket makes it a 22-8 lead. We'll show you a final score. West rolls in this one, 74-61, your final score. More scores from the MAC. It's Central with a 17-point victory. Central DeWitt with a 2-point road win. And we mentioned Moline winning. Let's hear from the Maroons right now.
You come into this atmosphere, you played QHS once already at your place. Coming in an atmosphere like this, you still come away with the win. How big is the win here on the road?
It's huge. It kind of shows where our team's at. We're playing our best basketball right now, and just coming to an atmosphere like this, and nobody really likes you here, so it's great to come in here and walk out with a dub.
You know, it's a chippy, I'll call it a rivalry. Oh, yeah. Come out here.
All right, let's get back to the action. It is Princeton and Mendota. Prouty Gym we go. Princeton adding to a big lead over Mendota in the third after the great ball movement. Tyson Phillips will get the bucket on the layup. Then that's Tegan Davis for a layup and a 28-point lead. The men in purple bounce back as Owen on ball. Hits from downtown, but Princeton's just so strong. Tegan Davis will rattle in the triple and is way back to the other side off the court. His teammates create the turnover. Grady Thompson turns it into points. Checking the final, Princeton back on track with a 76-48 win.
Newman taking on Hall as we check out. If Dan Pearson thinks these guys should go to FCA camp, we do too.
I agree.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Red Devils, Mac Rasedich with the 3. And it's a 2-point lead over Newman. Later on, Comets getting it rolling as Lucas Simpson gets inside, uses the glass. Newman takes the lead when Nolan Britt drives hard to the hoop for the bucket and the finish. Comets strong on the offensive glass. Check out the athletic play by Simpson and the bucket right there. Hall will try to rally. Rasetic, freshly signed to play football with the Illini, gets aggressive here for two, but it's Newman coming away with a 52-41 victory. To the Three Rivers, or we stay in the Three Rivers, Orion and Riverdale looking to build some momentum with the postseason right around the corner. It is Gus Larkius with the three-pointer to give Orion a 2-point lead. Later on, Jacob Watson driving, getting the bucket to go inside. That Orion lead turns into a 1-point Rams lead. Then it's Jake Willems going the other way for the bucket. 26-21 at that point. Orion would try to keep it close. Larkius with the bucket right here, but we'll show you a final. Riverdale getting back on track with a road victory, 63-59.
Sherrard looking to continue its winning ways as they host Erie Prophetstown. Second quarter in this one is Holland Anderson with the jumper that rattles in, 19-8 EP. More from Holland Anderson. Finding some more space, creating, driving, runner, good, 19-13 EP. Caleb Knapsker going off the window for a bucket to extend that lead to 24-15. And then it's Sherrard's Carter Brown pushing up the court. Nobody's going to pick him up, slicing through the defense.
Freshman.
24-17 at that point. This one would go to double overtime. Sherrard with a win, 62-59.
Happy news, director, happy life. That's what I say. The LTC tournament will conclude tomorrow. Anawan and Wethersfield looking to get in that 5th place game. It is Aiden early with the pass two. Mason Heitzler for the bucket and the 3. Wethersfield up by 3. Dylan Horry will answer back. The nice dish to Arthur Pratt gets the lead back down to 1. Then it's Landon Sawyer to Horry for 3 more. It's a lead for the Braves. And then it is Andrew Torres at the other end getting this one to go. We'll show you a final score. Anawan moving on with a 64-57 victory. Some more scores. It is United falling to A-Town, West Central, and Ridgewood. That one goes the way of Ridgewood by 12. It's Princeville all over Galva. More scores from the Illinois side. It is Monmouth-Roseville, 12 better than Morrison. Kewanee and Bureau Valley. That's a 2-point game towards Bureau Valley. We've reached halftime here on The Score. The ladies take center stage next, but we head to break with the best from the stands.
And I think we've seen...
Score Fan of the Night is sponsored by Millwrights Local 2158.
Yeah, I think we've seen this guy before. That's Francisco Sierra.
This guy won't leave me
He
alone.
always tracks us down, wants to be on TV, so I said, why not? He's been going to games since 1962. He's a UT grad, class of 1971. He only looks like...
He graduated high school?
He's only 21.
I never knew.
He's a fantastic guy. He's always at games, always wants to be on TV. Francisco, you are our fan of the night.
Absolutely.
Hi, this is Chasen Randall, and when I'm back home, I check out The Score on WQAD.
Our play of the night is sponsored by Sheet Metal Workers Local 91.
Our play of the night comes from the girls' state wrestling meet. Abigail Meyer from Pleasant Valley, a freshman, getting a reversal here in the second period to earn a state championship. We also want to mention Lexi Peterson and Taylor Streif from Bettendorf take third place. Congratulations to everyone that was at the state meet. All right, well, last time Wilton faced West Branch, Caden Kirkman recorded a triple-double. And that's Kirkman with the jumper for the first basket of the game. Tied up at 2, Beavers Landon Putnam with a three-pointer to give them a 3-point lead. It would be tied at 5 when Caden Kirkman pulls up. He'll hit another jumper, 7-5 at that point early in the first quarter. Wilton with a roadie, 85-72.
Hey, let's check out some scores for the boys in Io. It's Comanche with a victory at Maquoketa. It is West Liberty 14 better than Durant. It is Northeast falling to Monticello, and Easton Valley won by 12 in that one as well.
All right, let's go to the ladies in the MAC. Pleasant Valley looking to keep its undefeated season unblemished, hosting Assumption opening quarter. PV with a second chance. Reagan Pagliano on the top of the key is good. 3-0. Lady Spartans are pushing the pace. It's Jesse Clemens, the layup, and the foul. They start the game on a 9-0 run. But back come the Lady Knights. Ava Schubert from the corner for 3. Assumption down just 1 at 12-11. Second quarter, PV would give it back to Pagliano. She hits another triple. It's a close one, but PV wins 54-51.
North Scott and Bettendorf with a big, huge contest in the MAC at the Dog Pound. Third quarter in this one, Lady Lancers with the lead, adding to it. Lauren Bowling Horse with the bucket inside. A 14-point lead for the visitors. Bettendorf tries to fire back. Kayla Fountain with the big three-pointer lead. Down to 11, but the Lady Lancers took control in the second half and never gave it back. Michaela Farnham will go up and under and get this bucket to go playing through contact. We'll show you a final. It is Bettendorf falling, and North Scott wins at 50-38. Yeah, guys, I dropped my phone. It's okay.
It's okay.
We move on. North and West battling on the ladies' side of things as well. This one, a nice start for Journey Houston. Spotting up, knocking down the 3. It's a early 3-point lead. Later on, it's Houston again, this time in transition, getting the bucket and the bump. North would score the first 9 in this one. They were just getting started. More in transition, another steal and lay-in. And this one, Lady Wildcats will show you a final 68-21, your final in that one. Hey, let's check out one more game between West Liberty and Durant Comets. Kelsey Jones drives in for the easy layup. It is 6-0, home team with the advantage. Later on, it is more with Kelsey Jones, as she had another great game. Lead was at 1 at that point. Comets, Finley Hall with the layup inside. It was 10-7 at that point, and then it's all West Liberty after that. They go on and run away and cruise in this one. 79-44 your final score. Some more scores from the ladies' side of things. It is Davenport Central. We show the full screens right now. Davenport Central wins by 23. If we can show you the full screens, there they are. It is Northeast and a
Central DeWitt beat Muscatine.
hold on,
Hey,
hold on.
we
They're
got
not
it.
up there.
We're
Stack,
got 'em.
relax.
We're cutting
Let's
off your
move on to
time
the
now.
next scores. In fact, let's forget about the scores because we have the scorer himself right here, Brian Stocking. So we'll come on out to a 3-shot where you will see the 3 of us on
Mr.
your
Brian
TV
Stocking,
screen.
there he is.
Relax,
Let's go.
Brian.
Pleasant
Go.
Valley is 33-1 in the last 34 MAC games, 41-3 in the last 44 overall. West is city champs. They sweep the city. They're 11-1 in the last 12 home meetings. And for Wilton, Caden Kirkman, double-double, 36 points, 16 rebounds. Wilton wins their division for the first time since 05-06.
See what it's like working with this guy? He's
stressed.
Fiery.
He's
Hey, we only
stressed.
got,
I'm stressed.
we got 3 seconds left, so say goodbye.
Good night, everyone.